What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Jangzo8 video, and after like 2 weeks of not putting this video out, I'm finally going to get to it. We had some information about 2K19 drop, so that's the videos that I've done, my like most recent ones that you've seen. Now this here is 5 changes to MyCareer that I think I'd like to see in a semi-particular order. It might not be my number 1 to my number 5, but it's kind of organized it a little bit. So the first thing that I'm going to want to talk about real quickly that I think they should do, which I don't think would be too hard, and I don't know why they haven't done it yet, is cutscenes need to be skippable. Like, there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to skip a cutscene. They do it in games that you know, take a lot more, or like that you need to see a lot more of the story to understand. Like they let you skip cutscenes that might make you miss out on some of the story in different games, so why not in a game where it doesn't really matter? So yeah, that's the first thing. I think that you should be able to skip cutscenes at your discretion. So moving on to the next thing, the prelude should matter. Now if you're a fan of 2K and you've played 2K the last couple of years, you know they always drop a prelude where you create your player, you go through a semi-story of getting to the league and different things like that. So I think the prelude should matter in different ways. So first, it should be your draft stock should be affected by it, whether it be like, you know, you play really well so your draft stock goes up, or maybe you're undrafted or something like that. I think they should have the draft combine in there, so you have to do drills, kind of like what you had to do, kind of like what you have to do in the training facility, like the gym on NBA2K19. I think if you know, do your jump test, like to see how high you can jump and different things like that, and depending on how good you are, or how good you do at it, that sort of like tells the game where your stats should start. Should you be really fast if you're really good at it, or you know, if you're a center, should your stats be capped at, like, say, your speed be capped at a 60, so you have to grind harder to get that up higher, things like that. So the draft combine with drills, and that raises and lowers your draft stock depending on how you do and what teams want and what teams going first, second, third, fourth, and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's a little thing that I think they could do to make it interesting. Now the next thing, I think you should have a different storyline depending on where you get drafted. Now it doesn't have to be like totally different, but just like something a little bit different. Maybe they refer to you differently. So say if you do really well in the draft combine and in college or whatever, or in Europe, wherever you come from, if you're the first, like say first, second, third, fourth or fifth pick, you're a top tier rookie. Like you're cream of the crop, you're the best, you're what everybody wants to see. So they refer to you as, you know, the number 1 pick of the year or different things like that. Now if you're say 6th to 14, you're like a mid-level player, you're grinding, you want to try and get better, you want to try and get to the next, like you want to be one of those top tier rookies. And I think like they could do different things like that, like ask you questions about, you know, how's your season going, how are you feeling coming off the bench, like, you know, if you do interviews like you do with Ernie and Shaq and all that. And then if you're 15 to say 60, so you're the last pick in the draft, or near the last pick, like that is like you're back of the bench, you don't get many minutes, like just, you know, things like that, like the growing pains, your low minutes, you're trying to grind to get better to become a mid-level player, let alone a top tier rookie, and like that could be a different story that goes along with it. Now sort of I think that's something cool they could do. Whether they do or not, I'm not sure. I'm sure we're going to find out some information in the coming weeks about MyCareer and things like that. So next thing, this is just a little thing that I think they could do to make it a little bit better of an experience for, say, if you're playing with your friends. Now I've been on with a couple of the boys that I play with, and we've all been in the same lobby. We go to run around to the park like I just did on screen, and one of the guys takes the subway. Now he ends up getting put on a different server, so then he has to try and rejoin us, which doesn't always work, and things like that. Like that shouldn't be a problem. Like if you're squatted up you and your squad should stay on the same server together. Like, I don't know how hard that is to keep that happening. It never happened before on NBA 2K17 or 16. If you were squatted up and one of your teammates, like the leader of your team or whatever, he traveled to another park, the whole team traveled with you. So I think that's something that they should look at trying to make happen. I think that would be the best way to make the park and things like that more enjoyable. Make your team, make your squad stick together. Now, the last thing, or one of the last things I want to talk about, is the pay to get better system. So, as you can see here, my guy, he's a center, he's 6'7". Now, I mean, not 6'7", sorry, he's rated 67. I think if I want to pay to make him better, so make him an 85, then that's all good. But I should have a disadvantage to somebody that grinds the whole year, or grinds day in and day out trying to get their player better. Now, what I mean by that is, if you grind the whole way, you should be able to get to a 99 overall. You should be able to get to that elite status. You should get all the Hall of Fame badges you want, all the ones that apply to your character. And there should be no disadvantage for you. Now, say if I pay to get to 85, or say if I pay to get 85, then I should only be able to grind to get to 95. So I shouldn't be able to get all the way to 99 because I've taken the easy way out. I've gotten better that way. Where someone else that's grinded all year and they're already at a 90, you're at 99 in this year's game. And people were at 99 in 3, 4, 5 months. Not even that long. So if you pay to get better, you should only be able to get to a 95 overall, and maybe 1 or 2 Hall of Fame badges, like the main ones that come with your career that your guy is running through. So my guy's a center, he's an athletic defender, so maybe shot blocker, or what's it called, the rim protector, or posterizer. They should be the only badges that I can Hall of Fame. But if you're 99, then you should be able to get elite rebounder and brick wall and all the different things that sort of come with that. So they're just a few things that I'd like to see change or happen in my career. One last little thing, which I don't think they will do, I think it'd be too hard to do, but I would really enjoy, is connected careers. So say if me and my friend, let's say Drew, I don't know if you've seen him on other videos or heard about him, but say if he starts a career, or say we both start careers and we start the connected careers, I think we should be able to still take that player onto the park, but not in the connected careers sense. Maybe they just take that character and put him in the park and you go that way. But I don't know how they would do that. I don't think they will do that, but it'd just be cool to be able to go through your career sort of with a rival that is also playing the game at the same rate you are. It'd just be fun. But yeah, anyway, there are 5 changes plus that little last connected career that I want to see come to NBA 2K19 or 20 down the track, if that's the way they go. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and leave down in the comment section below any changes that you want to see from my career, whether it be cheaper haircuts or better content or newer content or anything like that. So you leave your things that you want to see change down in the comments, and I'll check them out and I'll try and respond to everybody that leaves a comment. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.